Well, good morning folks, and welcome to another Fishtalk video. We're back up at Lake Dartmouth today, and this is probably the busiest I've seen it for many a year. As you can see, that car's about to go up the boat ramp to get a place to park. There's 3 or 4 boats just hovering around out here. There's another couple ready to go in. So we're in for a busy day today, I think. But anyway, it's what happens when you've got a popular lake and people are out of shutdown. So welcome, Jamie.
Bloody busy, Roscoe.
Yes, I heard you say to that gentleman on the pontoon there, around about 70 boats, 62, wasn't it?
Yeah, 62, 63, and this one just coming in is probably number 63. So you look up there, and I didn't count any that were in the main car park at all.
Yep.
So, yeah, no, there's boats everywhere, Roscoe.
And they're still pouring in, Jamie.
Either that, or everyone says it's fishing well.
Yep, that must be it. Yep.
Right, so if we miss out, Roscoe, if we miss out, we're not sure whether it's just bad luck, bad timing, or just bad fishermen.
Well, at least we've got an excuse.
Well, there's too many boats on the water.
I think we've got an excuse. There's 70 boats out here.
Yeah.
Anyway, folks, we're hoping. Last time I was up here, we had a fish within the 15 minutes, Jamie. That's our aim, straight up.
Okay, well, you look in front of us, Roscoe.
Let's have a look here.
Those 3 boats are going to exactly where I was going to go. So,
well.
it's a big lake.
Yep. So they must all be watching Fishtalk video, mate.
And again, we're sorry.
All right.
It should be a good day.
Well, this could be the last time we fish together for a while up here, Jamie. I was just thinking the other day, 25 years Jamie and I have been coming up here together, quarter of a century. So we should have learned something in that time.
Well,
I'm going to go with the pink and the yellow on both. Actually.
On both?
Yeah, I'm going to have a bullet lure on the top and a tassie on the lead line. See how that goes.
Yeah, no, I'm going to try the yellow wings with the red nose brown bomber to start with.
Yep.
See how we run.
Okay, we said 10 or 15 minutes, Jamie. I reckon
it's 3.
3 minutes.
3 minutes.
3 minutes, first fish on. I'll just straighten this up a bit here.
Actually, it feels like a reasonable fish. It's on the lead line, so 4 colours of lead line.
Right. Okay.
You're not even. Oh, he just dropped.
He dropped.
Just dropped it.
Oh dear. So after a little minor hiccup, where Jamie tried to tackle the boom rope and lost.
Might have come a bit too close, Roscoe. The breeze is pushing this that way.
Yeah, well, we can overcome these difficulties, buddy. No worries. I predict that we'll get a fish on this run now. We need the net. Oh yeah, well done.
Yeah, it's a good fish, Roscoe.
Very nice.
Nice brownie.
Yep. On the board, good boy.
You said we'd get one on that.
Well, I did, and we haven't even
docked it.
We haven't even docked it, have we?
Huh?
How deep?
26.
26 feet. That's a nice fish. That would be 43 or 4, I'd reckon.
I'd say so, yes.
Good conditions at the moment, Jamie. There's a little bit of, and you want a little bit of chop on the water up here.
You don't want it dead flat's nice. It's calm.
Dead flat's nice to fish in, but I think this is pretty ideal if you're not fishing too deep. If there's going to be a fish on the top, these are the conditions that'll bring them up.
Fly detector.
Oh, yeah.
You're right, 43.
43, yep. Nice fat fish though.
Yeah, it's good big.
Sometimes, folks, you don't need to go miles in this lake. I know there's probably good fishing to be had further up around Wombat and Tokes Creek, but you know, you're losing an hour of your time, Jamie, getting up there.
Yeah, you are. Now that fish we caught had spawned. It just had the remnants of eggs still in its in its stomach cavity.
Yep.
So it has a female fish that had just spawned and probably had, what, 20 or so eggs left over that hadn't been expelled properly. So she's been right up the lake and come back.
Yeah.
So clearly that happens here, and had a little bit of Daphnia in its stomach contents, and that's the key, pretty much the key to this lake. If you can find where that Daphnia is or where the food source is, then you will find fish in and around that area.
True, and if you've got a good sounder, you can often pick up the clouds of Daphne too.
Yeah.
So that you can troll through them or just above them.
Yep.
Because the fish will want to look up rather than look down, so better to be just slightly above the fish than below them. Okay, so we're going to go back to the corner where Jamie got his fish and drop the other one. And that's something, if you're fishing Dartmouth, folks, that you need to keep in mind. Don't just keep trolling on. If you get a fish, go back to that spot. They do loosely school up here, so you've got a chance of getting a few more in your bag if you do so. Last time I was up here with Darren, we got 4 off that corner up there and dropped another 2. So that was a potential 6 in the boat in the first hour and a half that we could have had. So be aware of that. Well, folks, things have gone a little bit quiet the last hour or so. So we've changed up a few lures. I'm running white with spawning dots on it. Jamie, you've gone to an orange one.
Yes, gone to the orange with this stripes across it, horizontal stripes. So,
and that's a clue up here. You do need to keep on changing it up until you come onto it. We've had days up here where we've run 4 of the same lure and then given them away at the boat ramp on the way out.
Yeah.
Because that was all they wanted, but it takes a while to find them.
Yes.
And usually it's the only one you've got in your box. But anyway.
Yeah, and we've also got a number of lures where we've got multiple copies of them because they worked up here once.
That's right. Yes, the Mason's Black springs to mind.
Yes, it's a good one. Once.
Yeah.
Herbie, which is a purple with green.
I'm not sure that's made anymore, is it?
No, it's not.
It's probably worth a bit of money, that one.
It might work up here again once.
Ah, well. We will see what happens. We, over the years, have always thought that this is the thing that brings the fish on. But today it's not working, but anyway. Okay, it looks by the tracker there like Jamie might have been here once or twice before. Well, we're in 142 feet of water. And we're actually not too far from the junction of the Dart and Mitta rivers here. But you got to be careful through here because there's some sticks well out into the inlet there, and there's a bit of an island over there too that comes out when the water's a whole lot lower. So we'll just navigate our way through. And what do we got on there?
That's Old
Oh, the
Faithful.
Eliminator.
That's the Old Faithful.
Yeah, number 72 Tassie. Oh, it's kicking a bit. So this is one thing that we do too, folks. We don't stop the boat. When you got 4 rods out like this, it's so much easier, and quite often you might get another fish on at the same time. So he's kicking a bit there, Jamie.
We are sort of cycling through lures, and this is one of our old favourites for up here.
Sure is, number 72 Eliminator. We first used it because it came as a freebie with Freshwater Fishing magazine many years ago.
Not real big, Roscoe.
And I think I said earlier on in this video that we were running 4 lures at the same time and then gave them away at the boat ramp. Well, this was the lure. No, don't think I'll even bother. You won't? That's probably easier on him, isn't it? Again, the single hooks certainly help with the release of these smaller fish. So see you later, mate. Thanks for coming. While you're down there, if you'd just like to get your big brothers and sisters interested,
Please.
we're happy to oblige. Well, we've actually had a bit of action here, folks. I just had one hit and not take, and within 20 seconds, Jamie, maybe less, Jamie got one on. So
You're not doing much though, Roscoe.
no, but what that tells us is that we will come back through here.
Yeah. We've only just hooked. Stay in the water. But he's going back.
All right. Well done. And to whoever you were out there that didn't hook up, you can get stuffed. Ah dear. Hey, you're on.
Which one? Downrigger?
Yeah, downrigger. Went up and then down again.
No tree. No.
Yeah.
Bugger.
Didn't ping. Okay, so Jamie's got this one ready to go. It's a little crick hopper. And if you just hold it out, Jamie, so we can see the length of leader that we're going to have on that. It's around about 18 inches, I suppose.
Yep.
From keel this end through to the crick hopper. And that'll go on behind a fender, because we've gone to fenders now. These little fellas in here, ready to go. And at the moment we've got a couple of worms out and a couple of other lures as well. So you just got to keep changing up. Today they're not going crash hot at the moment, so we prefer not to have to use them. But if you want to catch a fish or two, sometimes you got to.
Yep, exactly right. So
certainly flattened off as the afternoons come along.
hasn't got any warmer though, Ross.
No, but it's comfortable.
Yeah.
It's comfortable. It's probably around about 7 or 8 degrees, I suppose, maybe. Maybe a bit less, but if the wind was to get up, we'd know about it. But that's Dartmouth, folks. You never ever come up here underprepared for clothing, even in the middle of summer. You can have some cold days up here in January, yeah, at times.
Bumblebug.
Opposing single hooks, yep, again.
Yep.
Usually we sing their praises.
Not at this point in time.
No, but I think we've said on one other video that sometimes you have a problem with these wings on these things. They're great little lures, they work well, but sometimes they can let themselves down because of their shape. But anyway, we'll get back out there and see what happens. Okay, no sooner have I put mine down than Jamie's got one on the worm, so we'll just let it keep going out this way, I think, mate.
Right, yeah.
Then everything's nice and clear.
Out of the way.
Yep. Try and give him as little stress as possible if we're not going to keep him. Almost a keeper.
Almost, but not.
Yeah.
Turns himself around and down he goes.
Yeah. Let's wait. I think he's still following, or give him a bit of a tease. He's there, is he?
Yep, he's there.
Don't think I'll get off my seat. He doesn't sound like he's real huge. Better at least stand up, show some respect.
Oh, actually, yeah, no,
he's all right. I reckon he's a keeper, that one. Yep, he's staying in. He's dark.
They're dark colours.
How many colours do you have out?
2 or 3. 3 and a bit. 3 and a bit.
Might be a bit deep. Yeah, he looks all right, mate.
Fat little fish.
Yeah.
Got a headache.
Yeah. That quietened him down a bit. You must have given him a Panadol, did you? Yeah, fair enough.
So, this one's one we can let go quite comfortably, I think. Roscoe?
Right, okay.
You can see him out there?
Yep. Yeah, no, he's just a little fella. But anyway. So the change up to fenders and worms has worked.
No. Interesting, that's one eye.
Yeah. Yeah. yet. He's been hooked before, perhaps. Yeah. Hasn't learned his lesson. Okay.
The downsides of using worms, Roscoe.
Yeah. We've I've just brought this fender and worm in to actually change the fender, and looks like I've been trolling along with half a worm for a fair while. So I might just put it back out again, Jamie.
May as well. Yeah.
Just see and try and keep a better eye on it this time.
We're on, Roscoe.
Yeah, finally, mate.
Finally. That looks like a reasonable fish.
Oh, it was a good take.
Oh, there he is.
He's on the top anyway.
Out the back there. Nice little rainbow. That's why he was so feisty.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Just look at you. Yep. They're fat little fellas, aren't they?
Yep.
The rainbows? Yeah, I'll throw him back, mate. I don't think we need him.
Hold on.
Oh, at last on the board. now I can put this on YouTube. I wasn't gonna if it was going to be all you. Ultrabite trout freshwater formula. We dip our worms in that, which we think might help mask the human odour a little bit, but it certainly doesn't put the fish off. So any of those attractors will probably work. We find this one a good one, but Jamie, very hard to get.
Unfortunately, it's another one of those things that we really like that goes out of production.
Indeed, yeah. So if you want something that's going to work, see if you can get it discontinued. Here's Jamie's little selection here of lures. One of about 15 tackle boxes he brings with him each time.
Well done, Roscoe.
Yeah, finally got a second one in the boat, mate.
That's all right.
But we'll keep him.
Yeah. Oh, it's easy.
And yes, the beauty of using a net, because he snapped off the hook. Is the hook still there?
It will be there somewhere.
Oh, he swallowed it, has he?
Oh, I can't see it.
All right, no worries.
We'll get it out.
It's only a hook. A beautiful light out there, look at that. Fabulous.
Straight up the middle arm.
That is the Mitter Arm. Yeah, we're right at the junction of the Mitter and the Dart rivers here. Number of boats still out, but quite a few of them heading back too, by the look of it, Jamie.
Used to be a marker buoy out there.
There was. It was over in that direction there,
yeah.
And it marked where the old Dart township was.
Yep. But it's gone, long gone.
It's long gone, yeah. Well, Jamie, wasn't a bad day up at Dartmouth. We got a couple in the boat. Well, we got quite a few into the boat, but we've only got a couple in the esky. But yeah, we'll probably fish on for another hour or two. But at this stage, it's just been a pretty good day. The weather, as you can see, folks, if I just pan around there a bit, has turned out beautiful. We were just saying, weren't we, that in these sort of conditions you can just sit and enjoy the afternoon. You don't have to worry about fighting the wind and having stuff blowing across each other, so it's been great. So all we need now is a few more for the esky, so we've got a couple of these to take home. But if we don't, it's been better than being at work, mate.
Oh, much better, yes. And given the length of the last term, for us people that are still working in the teaching profession, Roscoe.
Indeed, yes, yes. I know some of you are. I've actually heard that rumour somewhere along the line.
The schools are actually still open, Roscoe.
Yeah, they are.
I'm surprised you know that.
Yeah, but luckily nobody's found me. I've been able to successfully hide.
Well done.
Anyway, folks, get yourself up to Dartmouth, as we've said on many occasions before.
Lovely place to
A
be.
lovely place to be in, and it rarely comes up a dud, complete dud.
No.
So as long as you follow a few of the methods that we use up here, you probably can't go too far wrong. And if you haven't got downriggers, these things down here, you can get away with lead lines.
In fact,
to get yourself down.
more of the fish have probably been caught on the lead line today than the downrigger.
Yeah, I think for sure that would be the case. Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, you don't have to spend the big bucks on the downriggers, but they are worth having because you can use them on a variety. If you go up to places like Yukonbean or Jindabyne, they really come into their own up there, Jamie.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
fantastic things. Yep, they're absolutely wonderful and really do make it easy to target the fish. And I think later in the year, when the water levels start to stratify more and you know exactly where that cooler depth is, the thermocline,
Yep.
then the downriggers are fantastic because you can actually just target that exact depth. So.
That is true. Yep. Exactly right. Okay, well, we'll sign off now. If we get another fish or two, we'll just slot that in, and we'll catch you on our next adventure, hopefully. If you like what you saw,
Oh yes,
hit that subscribe button and the little notification bell, and you will see a bit more in the future.